Red Nose Day. March 17th, I think, is the date of Red Nose Day, correct?
Yeah, we both look a bit sunburnt, so we both got red noses.
Oh, we're Red Face Day. Do I look sunburnt?
Yeah, a little bit.
Right, I did just have a shower, and I'm hot.
Okay. Do I look a bit sunburnt, don't I?
You look a bit pink.
Yeah, pink.
Yeah.
It's Pink Nose Day.
Pink, yeah.
Pink Nose Day.
Face
That's
Day.
what we call it here in Australia. Pink Nose Day.
Red Nose Day, the annual charitable event over in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
David Tennant is hosting with was it Lenny Henry he's with?
Lenny Henry, yes.
Who you would know from Spyfall.
Broadchurch Season 3.
Is he in that? I don't even remember. Come on, Lenny.
Yeah.
We love Lenny. So David's hosting it. We've got all these pictures that kind of leaked and then were released, I think.
Did they leak?
They were leaked beforehand. That's when everyone saw them. Like in full
snap.
HD, they were leaked.
I thought they were just released.
Now, and it's all like shots of David in costume, clearly just like having a laugh, like loving being in costume.
Do you think they shot those recently?
Yeah, I think so.
Because he's got a bit of a stubble.
Yeah,
and, he wouldn't have that.
I think it was pretty recent because he probably took all those when they recorded like the press and all the other trailer stuff for Red Nose Day, which I can imagine has all sort of been relatively recent.
Yeah, it's like, it's like sometimes like they'll get them to do like, a Happy Easter, Happy Christmas. So they'll get them to do them all in like one little shoot so they could just put them out whenever the events come out. I don't think it was like that. I think he's gone back to do...
Like he didn't film it when he was filming the 60th. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely this was like an afterthought. Like when he did the Aidans for Christmas in 2010, like the final Christmas Aidans he did, where he's on the sleigh and he's like, hey.
Yes,
that's notoriously before the 50th. The last time he played the 10th Doctor was filming that stuff.
Really?
Because they probably shot those like 3 or 4 months after they actually shot his final episode.
Those were amazing with the TARDIS onto the snow and stuff.
Hey!
Dude, that's great.
So David is hosting with Lenny Henry, and is that the only thing Doctor Who that we're going to have? Because he's in his costume. He's in his 60th costume. So it's clearly like a bit of like a promo for the 60th there. But surely that's not all we're getting.
How much more bloody footage do you want, Aidan?
I know. It's only bloody March.
We've had, 70 seconds of footage so far?
Yeah, we've had like 60.
I know it's repeats of guests in like the 60-second trailer, but still, we've had a lot so far. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but it could be a prologue or something.
Well, that's what I was...
Donna staring at the sky.
Yeah,
I
pitched to Donna. I pitched to Conor that instead of a trailer, because we don't need more trailer material just yet. Like maybe like a little 5-minute prologue where it's like, or just like a side adventure of the 14th Doctor, because we've seen in the comics with Doctor Who magazine that this 60th stuff is not going to take place immediately after Power of the Doctor.
Yeah,
so there's got to be a time jump. So I think there's time for like a 5-minute just mini adventure with the 14th Doctor, and then maybe it ends with him being like, I don't know who I am, but maybe I can find someone who can show me the way. And then it's Donna just staring at the stars like, I'm missing something in my life.
Okay, so is this filmed in the 60th shoot?
I would think that if they had something like that, then yes, it would have been. Because they've put this like...
Planned for the Red Nose Day?
Yeah, I reckon.
Okay.
Russ is good, man. He's got... I can imagine his like bedroom is just like cook. Strings. When you look at like...
Yeah.
What
investigations and shit.
Yeah, they got like strings from posters to pictures, and it's like, this is going to connect to that. This will promote this and that, but also be a good cause. Yeah. I think...
Let Russell cook.
They didn't cook. Also, we probably won't get anything. Knowing Doctor Who.
Crikey. We've got to get something. I mean, he's in his Dan costume for crying out loud.
I think we should hopefully get something, but I'm also just not getting my hopes up. Maybe like a poster, a title reveal, perhaps. Or like a 5-minute, like a 5-minute minisode, and then maybe it ends with like the Doctor will return in, and then we get the title reveal there.
And then maybe on like Twitter they can be which will be coming out, release date. Give us a release date.
Knowing the dates would be good, but
that would be cool. Would help with our planning with this show.
Yeah, we need 8 months advance to plan our shows in November.
Hey, we're filming in advance at the moment. We're cooking behind the scenes. We need to know the
simmering.
Come on, Russell.
Well, I don't know. I don't think we'd get a release date until like very close to. Because we found out the Power of the Doctor release date on like the 10th of October. Clip. Yeah, you will.
Nah, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, I think it would help with the hype. You know,
it's November. Like, I'm just hyped for November.
We'll get this, doomsday clock ticking, and I can be like, okay, it's like so and so days. Like, there's people who have got like countdowns for Gallifrey 1 for next year.
That's true. Well,
that could be us for the 60th.
Counting down to the 60th. Would you prefer to have... what's your ideal way of it being broadcast? Would you like it daily? Would you like it to be like in the lead up to the 23rd daily? Or like weekly to the 23rd? Or maybe it starts on the 23rd and then goes into like early December?
That's a good question.
I'm full of them. That's what I'm here for, to ask the questions.
I'd like to say maybe weekly.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, let it spaced out. I'll have it a little bit spaced out. And then, you don't want it all at once. And that's a good question, though, with the whole idea of, like, will the final episode 3, air on the 60th, on the 23rd? Or will the first episode start airing on the 23rd, which is a Wednesday?
Yeah, so it'll be like...
get it Thursday.
23rd or around 23rd.
So it's a bad day. Like, I remember when the 50th came out on a Saturday. It couldn't have been better.
That was perfect.
It couldn't have been better.
Perfect.
Like, that's the day that it was airing. It was airing on Saturdays back in the day. So... What about you? What do you think?
I think I'd like the finale to be 23rd because it's obviously going to be like episode 1 is David, Catherine, Beep the Meep sort of vibes, right?
Meep, yeah.
And that's going to be like, it's going to be a lot of setup. And then I think episode 2, it's like, oh, maybe we'll get a bit more of the ongoing story introduced. And, there's rumors. I mean, we know that there's going to be a big character in the episode that hasn't been announced yet.
Susan Foreman.
So that I think Mel is the most likely answer.
Played by Neil Patrick Harris.
But yeah, so we'll get that, and then I reckon part 3 is when we'll start to get like past Doctor cameos, if there are any. I think that's when past Doctors and far more companions, and it's going to be like the Avengers Endgame moment. I kind of feel.
Could you imagine though if Susan Foreman was Neil Patrick Harris?
That's not.
Could you imagine?
That's not. Neil Patrick Harris is not playing Susan.
Hello, Doctor.
It's me, but I'm completely different.
You left me.
Hey, no, the thing
maybe
is, like,
she would have regenerated, bro.
The idea of Susan returning as a different regeneration, I don't really care for, because I think for me, the idea of
it'd be so dumb. It takes away from all of it.
Because the whole thing, like, of seeing David back is that it's David. Yeah, you feel attached to the casting. And
I just had to send it to you because I saw it on Twitter or something, and I had to send it to you because I knew you'd love that.
Would you? It's like, if they brought back, and I know they've done it before, but if they recast someone like the Fifth Doctor, right, as like a younger version, for if they wanted to do a multi-Doctor story with the Fifth Doctor, it's like, just don't, like, I prefer to see the older version of them, right? And so, and it's weird though, because the whole, what's it called, David Bradley playing the First Doctor really works for me. I don't know why. I think because of that transition of having an adventure in space and time there. I just wish the BBC wouldn't keep pretending that he's the actual First Doctor.
That's so funny. I wonder if they're going to ever like recast other Doctors and be like, hey, this is the norm now, hey?
Yeah. I don't think they should, because I
don't know if it's necessary at the moment.
I think it worked bringing him back as the First, and because the First is something that we're always going to come back to.
Exactly.
I think it's like, it's not a bad idea to have him, and it's been done before in Classic Who as well. So I'm like, but the idea of bringing like Charlton back and things like that, I'm obviously not Charlton, but bringing back a second Doctor played by someone else. I'm like, I don't know why you do that. Like, what story would specifically demand it to be the second Doctor when it could just be the, Paul McGann or something,
No, I agree. Yeah, we got Doctors who are still, around.
Yeah.
Use them.
Why not use them?
Utilize them. I'm really keen for what you got to say next.
Well, because the next line is S Club.
Yeah, I need to know what you're talking about with this.
Do you know S Club?
Of course I do.
S Club. There ain't no party like an S Club party. Gonna show you. No, it's the same song, just different parts.
Ain't no party like an S Club party.
I think it's different songs. Anyways, reach for the stars.
I used to listen to S Club like all the time when I was a kid.
Did you watch the TV shows? Surely.
No.
You're such a fake fan.
I wasn't S-pilled that way.
S-pilled. Well, my sister was a massive fan, and she had a lot of the videos of the DVDs.
Yeah.
And so I'd watch them, and I remember there was a joke about someone's dad falling off of a ladder and being run over by an ice cream truck.
Thomas Ladder.
Thomas Slatter.
Is that his name?
No. And there's a movie, like, it's probably,
What?
I'm just going to guess it's called S Club Forever or something.
Right.
No, I reckon, is it called S Club Seeing Double? Let's Google this.
S Club, Reaching for the Stars.
Yes, S Club Seeing Double, 2003 film, where they all get cloned. And it's like it's that classic like TV show turns into like kind of a bigger budget actiony movie vibe.
It's an hour and a half.
Yeah,
it's like a full movie.
That's what I'm saying. It's a movie. It's like how Hannah Montana the movie. They just made like a massive big budget version of the TV show.
More on that soon.
More on that to come later in this pod.
I didn't know they did movies though.
They did, but the whole reason we're talking about this is because S Club 7 is going to be part of Red Nose Day. They've come together to do a skit, and it's just so interesting.
Are you just excited that way for S Club 7?
That's literally my note, because it was in the trailer that David did for Red Nose Day, because that's what we were talking about, Red Nose Day, and
David meets S Club 7.
That could happen. Maybe S Club 7 in 60th.
I'd love that.
Confirmed. Bring it on.
I'm sorry. I apologize for my voice. I was at a concert last night. I was singing.
What did you sing?
Quite a few songs. I saw Rod Stewart and Cyndi Lauper. I tagged Aidan in the Cyndi Lauper song from Stranger Things.
I know, just because one of the songs is in Stranger Things, you tagged me in it.
Much. Oh god.
I'm not even like Stranger Things #1 stan. I just enjoy Stranger Things as much as the next guy.
I laugh so much, and it's mostly by winding you up. So.
I hope that you realize that you posted that on your story for the world to see, but you were probably the only person that laughed at it, because everyone else is gonna be like, oh, it's Aidan's favorite song. They're not gonna know it's a joke.
How sweet that he posted his mate's favorite song.
So they're not going to laugh, but then they also just think that that's my favorite song now.
Yeah, that to me is hilarious.
Yeah,
funny.
So once again, it's just you laughing.
So funny.
The rest of the world is just confused.
Look, all 100 people who saw it, I'm sure found it either hilarious or cute. Right. But that explains my voice being really like shit today. I do apologize.
Well,
which sucks because this is an audio medium.
It's a pod day, man.
And, and I'm seeing Ed Sheeran tonight as well. Yeah, so I'm flexing a bit today,
been perfect. Tonight. Speaking of...
Goodbye!
100 people. You said 100 people, didn't you? Yeah, you were talking about your Instagram stories. Speaking of 100 people...
150, 100...
Well, let's stick with 100, because if you times 100 by 10, you get 1,000, and that's the amount of subscribers that we're aiming for. So make sure you hit subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And if you're listening to us on the socials, jump over, give us a subscribe on YouTube, because you get all sorts of bonus content over there. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50doctor. Sorry, did I say if you're listening on the socials? I meant if you're listening on audio platforms. I'm terrible at this whole hosting thing.
I was laughing at the idea of, I love how you get the bonus content. Do you mean me walking home from the pub on a live stream on Instagram?
we don't need that bonus
content. Is that the bonus content?
You can see strange bonus content from Conor, but good bonus content.
That was a hit live stream everyone loves so much. I'm being sarcastic here.
So you can find that stuff over on the socials, and you can see our faces on the YouTube, is what I was trying to say before.
So funny.
But yeah, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50doctor, where we like to have chats with you guys. But also, there's going to be a little announcement, a little 50% announcement over the next few days.
Okay, yeah.
So make sure you are. That's a loud plane. I just like to pause for a second for this plane that's...
Is that the announcement, the plane?
Yeah, it's actually got a banner attached to it that's revealing the announcement.
But you can't see it.
You can't see it.
We can see it out the window, which is directly in front of us.
But yeah, big announcement coming on there soon. And yeah, I look forward to revealing all that, which is really cool. It's not Doctor Who related, but it's podcast related, so...
Very exciting stuff. I heard it and I nearly fell over.
He did fall over because I pushed him. So on today's show, is Steven Moffat back?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The Radio Times seems to think he is.
Well, so does everyone with zero credible sources. The Lie of the Land review, we're going to reflect on, I guess, the entirety of this Monk Trilogy, see where it went, did it work, did it not? I don't know. And of course, we're going to do our film and TV Recs of the week.
What we watched this week.
And also, at some point, a bunch of waffle, because that's what we tend to do, right? That's what we're here for.
I had a really good question to ask you.
Should we do it after the theme song?
Oh, sure.
Or would you how about you ask the question, I'll play the theme, and I'll think about it. You did that recently, and I was editing it, and I was like, that's not good.
I like it when you do that. So you like when I do that. My question to you is, right? Mm-hmm. 4 villains I'm going to name. You have to pick one to come back next season. Wow. And they're all overused villains.
I put a tweet of this out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
I did. Fuck. No, that's cool.
Daleks, Cybermen, Weeping Angels, Master.
Okay, a different selection from what I put in my tweet.
I don't remember that tweet. I apologise.
That's cool.
50% podcast.
hard question because obviously all of those villains have been overused.
So we're talking Daleks, Cybermen, Master, or Weeping Angels. Right, okay.
Who would you have to pick one that's your roster right now, and the BBC is saying you have to use one of these. Who are you picking? I know the Daleks have to show up, but forget about that.
I'm going to say no to Daleks. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say no to Cybermen. Mm-hmm. It would be between the Master and Weeping Angels. Maybe that's a team up. That would be a cool team up. But I'm probably going to stick... I reckon, and very overused, but I'm going to say Master. I'd love it to be Sasha or Missy. But the thing is, I can't be bothered doing another Master again. We only had 3 episodes or so of Sasha, so I'm like, I don't really... I'd rather more of him. But purely because, for me, I prefer human villains. Because, like, a lot of, like, Daleks and Cybermen and Weeping Angels, they just turn into, like, army things that just, like, get blown up and they're just used for cannon fodder for a story.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I prefer... If it's going to be a familiar villain, I'd like to have a familiar villain that we could have, like, a bit of a character arc with. And you tend to get that with the Master, so...
Okay.
What about yourself?
Cybermen, boy.
You want... Really?
I think...
Are you kidding my nuts? They are the most overused.
I think they're my favourite villain, I'm not going to lie.
But they are, like, in Chib's era, we had a 3-parter at the end of Series 12 with them. They rocked up, I think, in 3 episodes of Flux.
3 parts? Yeah, I guess you can count it as 3 parts.
Well, there's 3 Cybermen episodes in a row. And then there's, like, at least 2, I think 3 times they rock up in Flux.
Motherfucker, you said the Master, who's been incredibly overused, which is the whole point of this.
No, but in contrast, the Master contrast to the Cybermen... It's definitely Cybermen, because they're in like 3 episodes of Flux, 3 episodes of Series 12, also in the Power of the Doctor with the Master. And they're always just there for like army builder stuff. And I'm like, I don't care about this anymore. If it was Mondasian, like OG stuff, yeah, I'd not.
Alright, if I can fucking say.
No, I'm just gonna talk. Just let me talk. Let me just keep talking.
I just think we're in need for a good episode with the Cybermen. I feel like we haven't had one since season 10. Alright, and I'm gagging for it. And there's something about like Ncuti's Doctor that I think would just be, out of all those villains, I think I'd just be most interested to see him interact with the Cybermen. Right. That's it.
Okay.
End of story.
That's all right. Well,
it's a dicey topic. If someone said the Daleks, I'd be like, if someone said the Daleks in my friendship group, we're not friends anymore.
I'd rather the Daleks over the Cybermen.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say it because I think they're due like a complete revamp. And I think that's something I would be on board with.
The Daleks or the Cybermen?
The Daleks. Cybermen, how many times can you just give them a new design? Like, Daleks, you can give them a new design, but I feel like...
Iron Man Daleks. Cybermen. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Daleks, you can do more with a revamp. I don't know. I might just be talking out my ass.
Yeah, fair enough.
But if they did a full revamp, I'd be on board.
Okay. Well, so let us know in the comments below without being mean.
Because everyone likes to be mean, honestly.
Yeah. Respect each other down in that Wild West as the comments.
So I'm going to talk briefly now about what I call total nonsense.
All right.
Which is all this stuff of Steven Moffat being back. And we've talked about it before.
That's what we're talking about.
So we don't need to go too in detail, but I just want to just really put a full stop on this conversation.
Steven Moffat's back?
He could be. But there is 0 sources actually like from anywhere of any credibility. Every article you read says Steven Moffat's back. There's no quotes. There's no source as to where this information has come from. Stop believing everything online. Steven Moffat is not back. I don't know why I got so angry. I think I'm so sick of seeing it pop up on my feed.
It was a fairly credible source. What it was that? Was it Radio? Fuck, I should have known. I should know this.
Radio Times? Is that what you mean?
Was it Radio Times? It was it was like a credible source that's always pretty bang on with.
Yeah, but even then,
the information.
I don't see him coming back either. Like, he definitely might. Who knows? But I don't see him coming back. We've talked about this before, and there is no sources for him coming back. I do not believe that Steven Moffat is back anytime soon.
I thought it was funny in the article though. It was like it took some convincing, but he's coming back. And I'm like, that sounds like Moffat. Yeah, this is true.
But who knows that? Like, what journalist that gets things right knows that it took some convincing for Steven Moffat to come back? That's like whenever I read these theories and they're like, oh yeah, for example, remember there's that theory in like season 12 when it was like, production has temporarily shut down. Steven Moffat has walked off the set. Pete McTighe is going to be taking over as showrunner. And there was all these things like, Chibnall didn't like that this was said or done or whatever. And it was just like, no one would actually know that stuff. Like, that you would know if that had been leaked to you, the broad things of, yeah, Chibnall walked off set and maybe that Pete McTighe is coming in, but you wouldn't know the ins and outs of what actually happened. And that's when you get leaks that tell you this information that like 5 people on the planet know. I don't think that it's credible. I think adding more information makes it less credible.
I think he'll come back at some point. Do I think it's going to be in the season 14? No.
Why do you think he'll come back?
Because he's like best mates running there, and I think he would just do something like that. How could you not? Is my answer. I don't know. Maybe he won't, but I just think he will personally. I just think he loves Doctor Who, and he just wants to write a story again. He probably has like a great idea, and I say let him cook.
Let him cook? Let the chef cook.
I think it's bullshit though, especially since we're only getting 8 episodes. We can pretty much guarantee Russell's probably going to be writing probably 4 or 5 of them, like even like a co-writing thing. Like he's probably going to have he's probably going to have his fingers in like pretty much all the pies.
I reckon I could see it more of a 2 or 3 episodes from Russ.
Steven Moffat and Russell T Davies.
Wow.
That'd be crazy. Could you imagine a Chris Chibnall, Steven Moffat, Russell T Davies episode?
Maybe that's like for this Monk trilogy they could have done like
that would have been interesting.
That's the whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Because I could see, because the Christmas special is like the first proper Shooty Millie episode, Russ is definitely going to write that. And then it's like I could see him maybe doing like the premiere and the finale, and or maybe 2 parts of the finale, or like premiere, finale, and then one in the middle.
Wrong.
That's right. We all know.
Nah, I think you're right, actually. I just wanted to wind you up.
Yeah, you like to do it.
Wrong.
If you want to wind me up, just tell me that Steven Moffat's back, because God knows that worked really well just then. Okay.
Do you want to wind Aidan up, tag him and Cyndi Lauper singing?
You're so silly. Okay, so kind of we feel like we're doing this backwards. Normally we should like catch up and then get into topics, but yeah, you've been away
again.
You're hungover. How you been?
Good. Yeah, better, I think.
Yeah,
still Tamla victorious in it a little bit, but yeah, doing better, I think. Yeah, went away again for work.
Are you done with that now? You're back permanently?
I have to go back one more day.
Because you've got to go back for one day.
Yeah.
You got to like drive for a day.
4 or 5 hour drive.
That's steep.
No, I think we're going to go down the Tuesday, work the Wednesday, maybe come back the Wednesday or come back the Thursday. So, yeah,
right.
You know, it's what it is, you know. I don't know. It's what I'm getting paid to do. I kind of just, I don't really like complaining about it. I'm getting paid to do it, so, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, it's been fine. Yeah, some fun backpackers down there, if you catch my drift.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how hungover are you today?
No, I'm not that bad. I'm more just tired. I'm more conscious that I've got Ed again tonight.
Right.
Like, fuck. I know, first world problem. Oh, God. I know, I feel like I need to just, like, you know, sit down, have some water, lie down a little bit. I don't know. I'm a bit hungover. What about you, Aidan? You hungover?
I'm not.
Is something going on here?
I'm not today. But yesterday I was a solid, like, 7 or 8 hungover on the radar, on the scales. And it was stupid as well.
Okay.
Because I just went out for dinner with my mates.
A stupid hangover.
And stupid hangover. Yeah. And one of my mates was working at the bar there, so we were ordering just like random cocktails just to fuck him over. And
True friendship.
And then we came back to mine, and I don't know what the fuck. Like, I probably was only drinking for about an hour when we got back here, and I did have a lot in that hour. But I just very quickly, it got to like midnight, and I was like, I'm actually like pissed, and I don't know how. And
probably all the cocktails you were drinking.
Maybe, but I couldn't shake it. And then like I went to bed at like 2:30.
Wow.
And I woke up the next day and was like, I feel horrendous. Like, have I got to that age now where I'm like, I can't, like, hangovers just hit harder? Because I know that happens, and I'm like, I feel like straight out of school hangovers were terrible, and then they got good, and I was like, I can do whatever I want. Yeah, I'm young.
Yeah.
And then like, is it falling apart again now? That's why I'm having a smoothie today, because yesterday I just like ate like shit just to make myself feel better.
No, it I don't know. I think you gotta like I don't know, because I'm not really the person to say like, you know, you shouldn't be doing that, because I do it. So, you know, I feel like yesterday before I went to the concert, I was like, I hit it really hard, and I was like, you know, you gotta like slow down, because you gotta like be in the city in like an hour. And you got to catch the train, and you got to get there. And I was like, woof, like I was feeling really sad. And I was like, I get really worried. If I know I got something coming up and I'm like drinking, I'm like, I get really nervous. I'm like, oh, what if I like push it too far and I get too drunk, and I'm like, have to stay home because I'm like, you know, like you said, you just kind of pushed it a little bit, and you just, suddenly you're gone, and you can't do anything. I was so worried. I was like, oh God, I got this event and like it'll never happen again. And like I just get so nervous, get like anxiety and stuff. So I kind of slowed down. Not all the time, but yeah, sometimes when I know I've got like something to go to, like an event, I freak out. I won't be drinking too much tonight because I don't really see the point.
Yeah, you're not gonna drink for Ed.
I'll have a few beers.
Have a few for Ed.
I'll have a few beers.
You got to do it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna slow down over the next like 4 or 5 days, just because I hate being hungover, and I'm usually good at not. I think last time I was in November, and and yeah.
I remember when Crispy came on the show the first time, and he was like, "I just heard you guys on the podcast saying you're having your sober shows now." Well, we're doing a sober show today.
And that lasted for one episode.
Pretty much. Well, no, we've done the last 2 have been sober shows.
No, we drank last week. But yes, we did. I convinced you. You were like, "No, I'm going to drive," and I said, "Are you sure we're doing a watch along after? We should have some beers."
We did,
and we very quickly got on the beers.
Oh shit, yeah, we did. Oh God.
But also, we started recording just after 10 today, so if it wasn't like 10 a.m., so if it wasn't a sober show, I'd be concerned.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, all right. So that's nice stuff.
Yeah, what's in that smoothie, Aidan? Is there a shot of vodka in there?
That's it. It's all like half vodka and then a banana.
Yeah, a vodka banana smoothie.
No, it's banana, bit of milk, handful of berries, bit of water.
Yeah.
It's not actually the best. I didn't, because I just threw it together whilst you were on. Literally, you messaged me saying on your way, and I was like, I'm going to make a quick smoothie. So I just like threw everything in. Usually I'd be a bit more like measure it out and get everything good.
Let him cook, guys. Let him cook.
Let him cook. I keep saying to Conor, I keep getting like lumps of banana in my mouth because I hadn't.
Am I the only one who eats banana and like it like just doesn't feel nice?
Banana can, if it's been even like moderately warm, banana goes soft. Oh, this sounds. Hey, is that an innuendo? No, but I
love the hand movement as well. You probably didn't see that.
Banana goes soft. Floppy.
And
I hate, if it's a warm banana, fuck that.
You hate a floppy banana.
I hate a floppy banana.
You get a cooler box.
So, Conor, today, believe it or not, we are not here to talk about concerts, or being hungover, smoothies, floppy bananas.
Yeah.
We're actually here to talk about The Lie of the Land, which is the 8th episode of the 10th series of the British science fiction television series Doctor Who, written by Toby Whithouse. It was broadcast on the 3rd of June 2017 on BBC One. I don't know why I said Whithouse with a question mark at the end of it. Continuing on after Bill gives her consent to the monks, she and Nadal have to find a way to rescue the Doctor after he is imprisoned and end the monks' invasion of Earth. It is the 3rd and final of 3 loosely connected episodes called the Monk Trilogy.
Loosely connected.
We say that every time.
Yeah, literally. I still disagree with that, though.
I do. What did you think of this iconic episode
when it first came out?
Because we all know this is the episode where Nadal goes, "It's me, Nadi."
Yeah, I wanted to like get in the fetal position and cry.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I hated it.
But this is back in 2017. You hated it. Yep.
I was like, this Monk Trilogy fucking blows. This season sucks. Can't believe this is what Doctor Who's become.
I was the same. Definitely the same.
I hate to say it, but that's just kind of what it was. All right. I don't like negativity, but sometimes we're negative. All right. And that's kind of how I felt. Sorry.
Yeah. So did I. I remember being like, well, like I said, there was like this guy at uni that I kept like going to, and he'd be like, "Doctor Who sucks, man," and I'd be like, "Yeah, it does." I remember this episode, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not even going to stand up for it anymore." It's grim at the moment.
Yeah.
But that was 2017.
Yeah.
And it's been almost 6 years since this episode came out.
Wow.
Wowee. It got mixed reviews at the time from critics. So in 2023,
what do these critics think?
I just watched it about half an hour ago. Well, just before you arrived, I watched this. Yeah.
Oh, crikey.
So, what did you think of it?
I like it, except the ending. I think the ending is trash.
I agree.
But the rest of it, I think, is like perfectly fine.
Yeah, and
it's kind of a grim episode. It looks. I know that's the point, but like it just looks boring. It's like a lot of greys and darkness and
I don't know. I like the look. It's I like depressing. How each one of the 3 episodes kind of has a different look, which I enjoy. Yeah, it definitely, for me, the first like 2 acts like go on like a roller coaster from being like really good to like perfectly fine, really good, perfectly fine, really good, perfectly fine, and then it's like we're in the pyramid. Oh, we are going down a slippery, steep slope right now.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it.
It's just sad it's Toby's last episode, I think, and it could have been. I feel like it would have. I don't know.
It's definitely the most I enjoyed it, though, watching it this time. Because I've seen it a couple of times in the past and always hated it. But this time I was like, yeah, it's
I feel like I keep saying that, but I agree. It's definitely the most I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, though. I think watching it again this time, I think the trilogy makes more sense to me. I think...
Yeah, okay.
I think the monk's motive makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
And I understand it now. I still find it quite a bland episode. It's like, it doesn't really have any like rewatchability. Like there's something about me that goes, oh, this is such a rewatchable episode.
Well,
it's just a part of the trilogy.
I'm a sucker for like George Orwell 1984 kind of vibe, where it's like, you know, society is like fucked and and like it's time for the rebels to like strike up and fight back for their freedom and stuff. No, oh god. Yes, Star Wars, Mandalorian is relevant, I guess. It's not.
It's not Mando, yeah, the rebels in Star Wars.
Yeah.
You could have said Andor. That would have been so much better.
Andor, great
example.
Show. Great show.
Yeah, great.
I just could see Conor's face. It's not great, but I think it's great. So yeah, this episode, it starts and Bill's sort of talking to her mum.
Yeah.
A lot. And I think that's a great element. Not the ending when mum comes in, but all like the talking to her mum, and the score's nice. Like he keeps doing this. Murray's like sat there being on the piano, and he's like, and I'm like, this is good, Murray. Murray's on fire this week. On fire.
Did you find it hilarious how it was like, who could forget when the monks killed? Defeated the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Weeping Angels, and it's literally the Daleks from Into the Dalek, the Cybermen from Nightmare and Silver, and it's literally the Weeping Angels from Blink, and you can just tell the camera quality was so much worse there because it like
the Blink footage is terrible,
so bad.
Yeah.
It's like they just used footage from the other episodes.
Like, why didn't they use stuff from like Time of Angels? I guess like it's not on Earth, but
I don't know.
But like Angels in Manhattan, like just some like a higher quality iteration of the Weeping Angels. Why did they use the stuff from Blink?
It was so obvious.
Maybe it was Moffat being like, that was like one of my OG episodes.
That was one of mine.
We're coming to the end of my time here.
Another one as well I co-wrote. Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, I think that looked awful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Very silly. But
that very opening montage I thought was rough, where it's like it's got all the truth going like on the screen, and
I like the idea of the whole like they're under this illusion that the monks have been there forever. Mm-hmm. They're in the background like Donald Trump pictures and stuff, and they were with Mother Teresa, and
that's cool. This whole like brainwave thing is like kind of, I'm on board with that. I enjoy that plot. I like. The thing is, for me, it's like I love the whole infiltration thing. Like, obviously, so Bill and Nardo get reunited, and that's kind of fun. And then they sneak onto the ship. Like, I thought that stuff's really fun. And then that's the highlight for me, that first sort of act when they sneak in there. Because then when you get in there, you have stuff like the Doctor's fake regeneration, which I'm sure we'll talk about. And for me, I'm like, I kind of wish the whole episode was them, like, sneaking onto this, like, Soviet-style boat. And then that's sort of the plot. Like, rather than sneaking into the boat and then sneaking into the pyramid, like, I just felt like the boat was like an interesting setting. It was more confined, and like I like that night element to it.
It's so God, it makes me laugh, like how they sneak onto the boat and the guards come out and they're actually like, it's like, you had to ask me for the papers, didn't you? Your face. It's like, what the fuck is? I remember seeing that when they first did the fake regeneration, and it was like, I just shot you. They're blanks.
Yeah, I remember being
Wait, we've all got blanks in, right? Oh dear, that wouldn't have been great. One of the soldiers it's like I remember being sat there being like,
are you kidding me? Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm doing your what's going on in your brain, because this is an audio podcast, and you were simply just there going,
we know from a recent poll so many people watched the video, Aidan. Oh god, what the fuck was that?
Oh god, yeah. That whole sequence is rough, and it's like bloody Pelmackie, what a godsend she is, acting her heart out.
So great.
Going crazy. Even Pete's fantastic when he's like being like, no, Bill, I am bad. I am with the monks.
I joined the monks.
Even that stuff is like really good. And then it's just like, So it builds. You're generally like there, and Murray's got his sticks are on fire as he's orchestrating.
Yeah.
Like da na 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 na, and then blanks, and Pete's like,
Yeah.
I remember like watching it and being like, there's so clearly no blood or anything coming out of him.
Do you really think that Bill's first thing that she wants to do is just to fucking shoot and kill the Doctor?
I don't think she'd kill the Doctor at all.
Literally, she's like, God, bang, bang, bang!
I don't think...
And he's like, oh!
No, she's such a good person, and if anything, being with the Doctor has made her good.
Literally,
gooder.
so the first thing she does is grab a gun and go,
bang, bang. Yeah, that was stupid. And then fake regeneration. We all know the Doctor now has 1 million regenerations. Okay, regeneration in New Who. Mm-hmm. Flawed.
Oh, very much so.
Because it's always like, for a while it was like you just get like a random face, and then it was like, oh, the Doctor can kind of pick a face. That's why you turn into Pete. And then it's like, oh, now the regenerators can regenerate 1,000 times. And now there's this version where he's regenerated, and has he regenerated back into himself immediately as Pete? In which case, it's like when Pete doesn't want to regenerate, why doesn't he just regenerate into Pete again at the end of series 10? You know what I mean? Am I just rambling here?
Well, no, because the 10th Doctor did that. Suddenly he can put all his regeneration energy into a hand.
Oh, don't bring the hand in, mate. Now we're getting very confused.
But it's like the same thing. It's like, so if you don't want to change...
You don't have to?
You're right, it's flawed. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I think so much of Doctor Who, if you think about it too hard, it's just like...
Yeah.
You just kind of like start sparking and like steam comes out of you and you're like, oh, can't compute.
Like, it's almost like each Doctor is kind of like its own canon. Like,
it literally is.
I know it's connected, but it's like, is it? It's kind of just like, it's also what the head showrunner wants to do as well.
Yeah.
Like, will the Time Lords, Timeless Children, will that even be a part of David's era and Shooties and stuff? Probably absolutely not. Like,
will the Doctor have infinite regenerations forever? I hope not.
It's like, oh, that left.
I hope, like, because I don't want it to just like not be mentioned again, but I hope maybe in like a few season time, like not like bring it in naturally, but I hope there's like
that timeless chart. Oh yeah, that was weird.
No, I mean, like, I hope there's like a finale or something where someone puts like a limiter on the Doctor's regenerations or something, and that's like becomes a consequence where
skiggly diddly do.
She's like, oh, I can only regenerate 10 more times.
10 more times.
Yeah. Just because
ultimate power.
Unlimited power is the quote you're looking for.
What? Darth Sidious?
Yeah, he is. Unlimited power.
I apologise to Darth Sidious.
I think so. Darth Sidious, the man. Okay, all right. Where does it go from here?
Go on.
I was going to say just there's a lot of like street shots, which I thought looked pretty good. You got to see Magpie's Electrical, which we know from the Idiot's Lantern, has been modernised and it's all still there.
And Beast Below.
Yeah, it's in so many of the episodes. It's like the guitar amp is a Magpie Electrical guitar amp in Series 9. Anyways, one of the streets that they walked on, I have walked on. And I only realised it because I literally was watching it and I was like, fuck, that's the street that I've walked on in Cardiff. Because when I went to Cardiff, it was after... it was in the Doctor Who experience, right? I don't know why I stumbled on my words like crazy there. I did the Doctor Who experience. And when you're there... we were like, oh, do you have any like guides of like any filming locations like around Cardiff that we could go to? And they're like, we used to run tours, which we don't run anymore, but we have a bunch of the pamphlets that we would give to people as they go out. So it's got all the locations on there, so you can just go and like walk around it and have a look for them yourself. And I was like, sure. I did that, and one of them was there's like one shot of it in Series 2, Army of Ghosts. Doomsday. You know when there's like a sort of from the top of a building. You look down at a street and it's like a corner.
One of them's running from the Daleks.
I think it's in that same segment, but I don't think that's shot there. But yeah, there's like a top-down shot of like a bunch of Cybermen like storming down on the street, and it's that street. And so I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's here. And I was looking at this and I was like, I'm 90% sure that's that street, but they're actually like on the ground there this time. And I looked and it like moved up and it had very specific like barrier things on the roof. I don't know how to describe it, like a gate kind of thing up on the roof of the building. And I was like, nah, that's it. Like that's got to be it. I'm 90% sure that's that same place.
Okay, cool.
Aidan's been to Doctor Who filming locations.
Quite a few. You went to a few in. You went to the bars that they were leaning on in at the end of Last of the Time Lords.
Yeah. Yep.
With the Face of Bear, they used to call me scene.
Yep.
You went there as well. Yeah.
Went into the diner in Cardiff.
Yeah, I went there.
Which is cool.
Flex.
We've also done Central Park, which is a Doctor Who filming location. Like, did you go to like the specific parts they went to sometime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which were cool.
Yeah. In my New York City vlog, you can see that if you want.
Classic.
Yeah, classic. It's a classic vlog.
Yeah, I'd love to go to some more Doctor Who filming locations, but so many of them are just like plain. Like I see people on Twitter being like, "Oh, look, it's the street that there was this one cutaway of," which is literally what I just said then that I've been to. And I'm like, that stuff's so uninteresting to me. It's like it's got to be like an iconic one where it's like a dialogue scene or something was there.
Yeah, I'm sure one day, you know. Do you think when we do the 50% movie, people will go to the places that we shot?
They'll do the they get a still from our movie and they hold it up on the location.
Classic, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone's ever going to do that.
Westminster Bridge.
I don't think anyone's ever going to do that. But we've got to go to as many locations as we can when we're filming that. Like we'll have like an intense dialogue scene on the
bars.
On the bars.
Yeah, they are.
On the wharf at Cardiff Wharf. We got to do all that stuff.
Nerd Life Reviews, they used to call me.
That's such a niche joke. No one's even gonna get that.
Hey, our fans love that.
Good God.
Oh, so yeah, I wanted to ask you about Missy, who
she's in this.
I think is just so forgettable in it.
Yeah, she is. She rocks up, gives some advice, and then but it sets up what's to come. And I think that final scene where she's crying to the Doctor is really powerful.
Do you think she's being legit?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I think it would have been nice for that scene to have been a bit later on, because it's like she's now starting to get good, and all of a sudden in the first episode of us seeing her start to get good, she's like crying.
And it just kind of ends. It's like I just felt the people I killed, and it just cuts to a shot of the Doctor looking sad, and it goes, next time.
Yeah. Very true.
Rise, my ice warriors! And I'm like, can I just enjoy this scene that just happened?
That's such like a Moffat era thing, right? Like there's so many episodes where it's like emotional beat at the end and then next time. Yeah. It like cuts Murray's score off halfway through half the time as well. Yeah, that's in the trailer, isn't it?
Why, Murray? Why did you use the Cybermen theme in the Ice Warriors next time trailer?
Did you watch that episode already? The Ice Warrior one? No, you just sent a Snapchat of the next time trailer, didn't you?
Yeah, I was memeing. I was like, why is that?
Yeah.
But I thought Missy was like you just forgot that she was in it and you watched it like an hour ago. That's what I mean. Like, it's so forgettable. I feel like, and it sucks because I think Michelle Gomez's master is great and I want her to be in more scenes, but I feel like...
And she's great in the scenes in this episode.
She's always great, yeah. It's just, I feel like they just didn't really... It seems like she's in it. She's like, oh yeah, I had dealings with the monks before. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, that seems awfully convenient. But...
Yeah, definitely.
But it's a convenient show.
It is. Yes. This whole regeneration problem is because everything they do is for convenience of the plot for that 3-year span.
Exactly. Okay, so we've got to talk now about love.
Talk to me. Love. How does love fix what? What does love fix?
Love saves everything, including the end of the world.
Moffat loves that, eh? Remember when
Craig Owens?
Craig's getting cybermanitized and
he just opens again.
Yeah,
that's literally what happened here. It's like love.
Also, it must be a straight reference because the VFX of it is just as bad as the VFX of the Cybermen head closing on Craig Owens. Because when it's her mom and it's like this green screen background,
with the holding out the hand.
I was literally thinking some of the VFX shots in this episode are so good, and then there's this.
Bill,
what are you doing, Bill?
Bill, no, don't do it. No, don't do it, Bill.
I like the whole infiltration bit though, where they've got the headpieces on, headphones on with little Walkmans that are looping, and I thought that was cool.
There was a great shot of it, it getting destroyed, and it was like a slow-mo shot.
Yeah, that's cool.
It looked great, and then it's like, I'll pop a cap in your ass, Doctor.
Pop a cap in your ass, Doc. But watch out, bro.
Yeah, because the Walkman got destroyed.
Yeah,
it's like, I'll kill you.
But the thing is, they infiltrated the pyramid way too easily. And I just think the set design of the pyramid just doesn't look good. And this is in a season where the set designs have been so good.
It just flies away at the end.
And I just thought the interiors looked terrible.
Goofy. Yeah. No, goofy. I thought that ending with Love Saves All is like... And literally the Doctor's like, I knew I went back and took those pictures for a reason, which is referring to the pilot when he went back and took all the pictures. I'm like, that's how it all wraps up. There's 3... loosely connected, according to Wikipedia,
These three very
trilogy.
connected episodes.
I think the monks could have been awesome, but they remind me of the silence in a sense. But
silence we use better, I think, than the monks.
But the silence we use so much better. Yeah, no, of course. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's like could have been done so much better.
There was a creepy shot of a monk on the spaceship when it opens the door, and you see like its hands go around, it opens the door, and then it like starts walking past the camera.
Only me.
And as it breathes, it just goes like, and you just see like hot, like the steam come out of his mouth. And I was like, they love steam in this episode. When Bill was saying she'd made a tea for her mum who wasn't actually there.
Very steamy.
So steamy. Did you notice that? I was like, damn, they're hot.
I don't know if you...
Hot pies.
You do know this, I'm sure.
No.
But they have like heat packs at the bottom of the mugs.
Yeah.
Because obviously they don't like actually make tea. Mm-hmm. And I hate... people in movies and TV shows, drinking is like... Do you know sometimes in TV shows and movies, like drinking is like really unrealistic?
Yeah.
Because there's nothing in it, and their hand moves. There's no liquid in it, obviously. So their hand doesn't move like there's liquid in it.
Yeah,
they go like.
The big thing is when people carry coffee cups in movies, like they've just been to like a coffee shop and they've got coffee cups and they're just like walking around like this with it, and it's like, oh my god! When I'm walking, I'm like,
oh my god, it's going everywhere.
No.
It's like Jenna Coleman's mug in the Bells of St. John, when she's running around the TARDIS, and she's like,
oh yeah,
whoa. Yeah, and before you say she went all an empty mug, in the final scene she takes a sip. So
maybe she took a sip forgetting that it was empty.
Oh. Oh my god.
Okay, so this was the
Are we just tired or something?
Are you not enjoying this?
No, I love it. No, I really hope people aren't bored by me today. I just feel like I'm haven't put my A game.
Don't blame yourself. You're hungover. Blame the alcohol.
I wouldn't say I'm hungover. I'd say I'm tired.
You're tired. Okay. Well, this was the finale of the Monk Trilogy, as we said. So, did this work for you? This trilogy as a whole?
Not really.
No.
I wouldn't say so. I think I enjoy them all as individual episodes, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
We're right, though. It gets worse as it goes along.
Definitely. But I don't think...
it could have been done so much better.
It's definitely nowhere near as bad as I remember it being, though.
Same.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Same. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think I can enjoy it for what it was.
Yeah.
Didn't hate watching it.
Yeah.
But didn't love it either. And I just think, like, you know, it was, like, standard and could have been done a lot better.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely, I think, started with so much promise.
Yeah.
And then just quickly just turned into, like, a basic story. You know, like... And it's a shame because, like I said, I love this 1984 vibe. I thought they got... Like, I like the costumes of the red military guys. I thought that was really ominous. Everyone else is sort of wearing black. And I like that aesthetic. But, yeah, the story just fell flat in that final act.
And scarves.
I do love beanies and scarves.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Shooty loves them, apparently.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. It's the new fashion, you know.
It's all the rage. Okay, Connor, shall we move on to this segment where
we watched this?
What the boys watched this week. Yeah. It's so much excitement. Get hype. This is the
Oscars Monday? Tomorrow?
The Oscars is tomorrow, yeah. By the time this episode comes out, we will know the Oscars.
Aidan at home watching the Oscars be like...
Just praying, yeah. Please
let the Fablemans win.
No, I don't want the Fablemans to win. I want Banshees to win. I'll be the guy that's like when when the films that I want to win don't win, I'll be there just clapping. Like, cameras on me.
Yeah.
Haha. That's me. Just at home with no cameras on me.
Gotta remember to clap if I lose.
Oh, hello, Macklemore.
Yeah.
Terrible new album.
It's not. Fuck you.
Okay, so this is the segment where we talk about what we watched this week.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe we should keep this more like just our recommendations, because rather than just like, because sometimes I'm like, yeah, I've been watching Harry Potter, and I just like say stuff for the sake of saying it.
That's what you say. I don't say that.
No, but sometimes like you'll be like, yeah, I watched like 3 movies, and there's like a sentence on one movie, and then we sort of focus on like one thing, and I'm like, maybe we should stick with just focusing on like 1 or 2 recommendations.
Well, I didn't really watch anything this week apart from Succession.
Right. Yeah, which I've been creeping through.
I've nearly finished season 2.
All right. I've almost finished season 1.
I think that's it, actually.
Right.
Yeah, okay. That's it.
That's it. So no big recommendations from Conor this week.
Mandalorian, which is like poo.
First episode, poo. Second episode, tasty.
Firstly.
Tasty sandwich. I enjoyed it. Lunchtime. Me. All right, here we go. You guys know me. I like to sit here and I'm like, here we go. Film critic Aidan hat on. I'm going to talk really wanky about movies and stuff. So you know what my 2 recommendations are this week? For the movie, Hannah Montana the movie. For a TV show, Love Island UK.
No, fuck me. You're kidding me, right?
Hannah Montana the movie is perfectly fine. It's not actually, it's not. It's less than fine, but it's like fun. Me and my girlfriend Nicole, we went to the rooftop movies in the city, and basically it's like on the top of a multi-story car park. They set up like a movies. Have you been there?
No, but I know what it is.
Yeah, so just like on a rooftop in the city, you just watch a movie on a big screen, and it's awesome. Like it looks cool, like the city lights in the background, and like you got to get there a bit early, so like the sun's setting, and you get beers and food and stuff there. It's real good.
That sounds great.
Yeah, we watched Hannah Montana the movie. That was my Valentine's Day present for her.
How was it though? Like
you really, get the limo out front.
Did that play?
They don't play the song, but you hear like the backing music,
like the instrumental.
Seriously though,
have you seen this before? Have you seen the movie before?
Oh, years ago, mate. I saw it once years ago.
Okay, seriously, what did you think?
I was impressed by some of the production values very early on.
Really?
I was like, they've put effort into this. I think the only other Disney movie, like Disney Channel vibe kind of movie that had this much effort put into it was High School Musical 3, which is also a bop of a film. Better film than this. This film, like, it's fine, it's serviceable. I think if you're a big Hannah Montana fan, then you would love this movie. I think the third act, you kind of get a bit like, oh, is that it? Like, is that sort of all that's going to happen?
Is this the final...
No, they made season 4 of Hannah Montana after this. They made Hannah Montana Forever after this. I think that's what it's called.
What, season 4 or the movie Forever?
Season 4 is called like Hannah Montana Forever, I think, or something.
Is that like a pun because it's season 4?
Probably.
Holy shit, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's cool.
Was Billy Ray Cyrus in it?
Billy Ray Cyrus, he's the champ. Every now and then he'll have a scene.
Was he in it?
Yeah, he's in it.
Does he actually play her father?
Her dad, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's so funny though, because like every now and then he'll do a scene and I'm like, damn, Billy Ray Cyrus can act. And then every now and then he'll do a scene and I'm like, oh no, he can't. He can't. He's got some good funny acting in it.
Did he bring out the guitar?
Hey mate, he's on guitar 24/7.
He went home to get it.
He went, yeah. And then, yeah, Love Island UK. What can I say? I love some toxic relationships.
I think that shows. Awful.
I love body image just being like, you have to be beautiful. Here is what beautiful is in society.
You're beautiful.
But I tell you what, I'm hooked. I'm enjoying it. I'm like 15 episodes into the new season, which is currently on like episode 50 something. And I'm watching it with my girlfriend, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm enjoying it.
All right.
I'm enjoying it.
Okay, all right.
What can I say?
Great. I don't really...
The cinematography.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
So like security camera footage.
Yeah. Oh God. Don't get me started. That's my comment.
You don't like Love Island?
No, I think it's terrible. I think what have we come to? Like,
yeah, not good.
No, I just think it's like...
There was a Love Island reference in Live the Land, actually.
Oh yeah,
there was. Is that like, you wouldn't even get onto Love Island UK, Love Island Celebrity or something.
I think life is hard enough as it is. All right.
Yeah.
We're living in a wasteland. This is Mad Max right now. Okay.
Yes.
The second I leave your house, I feel like I'm like in a wasteland, and it's hard enough as it is.
That's just Perth.
It's everywhere. All right. I'm over it.
You're over it.
I'm over it.
You're over it.
I'm over it all. I've had enough.
I've had enough. It's getting dark very quickly.
Well, no.
I just wanted to know your opinion on Love Island.
No, I'm just saying, like, life is hard enough as it is. Like, why do you want to watch a TV show where people just bitch and it's like, oh God, like this reminds me of this and that.
No, well,
I want to go home and fall asleep. All right, I don't want to be like.
It's funny.
Man, I'm getting fucking old and grumpy.
You are.
It's just hot.
It is hot.
I'm starting to sweat
in here. I'm starting to sweat like crazy.
It's bloody Australia, mate. What do you expect?
It's bloody Australia.
I go outside, I ride my kangaroo home, and I cry.
We had wildlife fly over just before. The windows are open, so the mics definitely would have picked up on that this time. We had birds fly over as we were talking then. That's kangaroo birds, limited to Australia. Not to be confused with drop birds.
Drop bears?
Drop birds. Birds just dropping out of the sky.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those drop bears.
Yeah, man, they are scary. You ever seen one?
No, because if you see one, you're dead. So I'm here.
That's true.
A little bit of Vegemite on the back of your ear. Is that what they say? You heard that?
That's what the drop bears have. Yeah.
No,
that's where we get Vegemite from.
Isn't that?
Do you not know that?
No.
Vegemite is drop bear blood.
Alright, so, okay, we've clearly heard two different tales, because I thought you were supposed to put Vegemite at the back of your ear and it would stop drop bears from falling on you.
No, but that's because they don't want to eat their own kind.
Oh, that makes sense.
So they smell the Vegemite.
Do you like Vegemite?
I hate Vegemite.
Yeah, same.
I don't want to eat drop bear blood.
I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
What's it made out? Oh, yeah.
Drop bear blood. Don't ruin the illusion, Connor.
Okay, yeah, that's correct. That's correct. They're like little Grogus, but they kill you.
They are. No, literally, like, you guys call them koalas. We don't call them koalas. They're fucking drop bears, man. Every now and then there's one in the zoo, and then, like, everyone gets killed in the zoo. It's literally...
I know that the zoo death count is pretty high. They don't like to talk about it.
They don't. But if it's not a koala, it's a redback or a scorpion.
Or a snake or a shark.
Yeah, or kangaroos, dude. When the kangaroos get angry and they'll be like trying to give kangaroos food at the zoo, and then the kangaroos just like left, right, good night. Yeah,
some kangaroos can be quite dangerous.
Has this bit run its course?
No.
Did it run its course about 5 minutes ago?
Rin?
Did it run? Fuck!
Carlo Rin. Literally it's so horrible. Someone literally died from like a shark attack like a couple of weeks ago. Like literally in the Swan River.
Actually, yeah, not far.
Like
not too far from us.
They got like decapitated.
Oh, okay, do we need to go into that much detail?
Sorry, I'm just saying. I'm delivering the fucking news, man.
Right, news.
50% news here.
Bear. Okay, Connor. We're about an hour into this recording, and very sweaty.
And you have to edit it.
And, well, yes, but this is the time where we kind of ask, what would you rate The Lie of the Land out of 10?
I am gonna give The Lie of the Land a 7.
Really? Bro, every week you're talking about these episodes, acting like it's the worst episode, well, not the worst episode you've ever seen, but you're acting like they're really not great, and then you'll give it like a 7.
What are you gonna give it then?
Oh, let me just have a look. You gave what else? What other 7s have you given out?
None. Never before.
Never ever given a 7.
It's my first 7.
Between season 1 and 2, you didn't give a 7. Okay, you rate this the same as Daleks in Manhattan Evolution of the Daleks, which I actually agree they're in a similar vibe.
I actually don't agree with that. That's weird. I don't know. Yeah. Aidan's like, what a loser. He contradicts himself. It's like, yeah, obviously. I did that like 2 years ago.
I'm going to give it a 6. Even though I sound like I enjoyed it more than you, I just...
you know what? I'm going to give it a 6.
Now too late. Now I'll give it a 6.
Change it now.
I've changed it in the document.
Alright, there you go. You're right.
You just want a fist bump, that's why.
You know what? You're not wrong. It actually was shit.
It wasn't shit. 6 doesn't mean shit. 6 means it's like perfectly serviceable.
Aidan, I ain't got time for you today, alright? I'm sorry.
Okay, hell, man. You got Ed banging on your door. You've been perfect.
Ed's calling me, okay?
Ed's calling you. Alright. Next week. Ice Warriors. The Ice Warriors on Mars.
Rise, my Ice Warriors.
Sideman theme plays. Dun, 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 dun. These comments that we make are so niche. Do you think a lot of people understand when we...
Yeah, sometimes I forget they're not at home watching it with me.
I know, like they've not just watched it and realised that the Sideman theme was in the trailer for the Ice Warriors.
I think you'd be surprised how much Doctor Who fans know about Doctor Who and how much useless knowledge we know.
I was thinking about that the other day. I've got a lot of useless knowledge banging around in my head.
Yeah, I have heaps of useless knowledge.
That's a shame.
Like the funny bone's actually a muscle.
Is that real?
I don't know. I used to say as
I don't think so.
I don't think it's true.
We should call it the funny muscle.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we got that, and
great show.
Our good friend Vinny should be joining us for that episode.
Yes, hopefully. Obviously, because I've been working away, like our schedules with the filming has just been fooked.
Yes, we've been trying to get people on, but we've not.
Yeah.
It keeps getting in the way.
But I should be done this week, so I should be back, and hopefully we can get Vinny on. Ice Warriors.
Ice Warriors
on Mars feet, Vinny. The Empress of Mars.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name, so I just wrote Ice Warriors on Mars.
Yeah, Empress of Mars. I forget the name also, so that's Mark.
Return of the Mac.
Mark?
Is what it is.
Macklemore Gaddis.
Return of the Mark Gaddis. Once again, a Macklemore reference. I don't know the crossover between the stuff we like and what the audience likes. So when we make jokes like that, I'm like, duh.
Well, nah, they did Glorious in the Oops.
There we go.
Is that a niche? Is that niche as well? Do you think people
what, the breaking the glass ceiling trailer?
I feel glorious. Is that niche? Oops. Is that niche?
I don't think that niche. I think like sometimes we don't say enough information for the audience to understand, because we make jokes like that knowing that we've like spoken about this like that trailer before, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, oh, people might not know what we're talking about.
Do you think the Thomas Ladder joke, the connection from last week's episode, do you think that was like a niche connection?
I
feel like if you listen to last week's episode and you hear Thomas Ladder again, they're like, that's hilarious. They spoke about that last episode. But if anyone else is tuning in, they're like, who the fuck is Thomas Ladder?
Is Thomas Ladder?
Who is
He's the guy that made the ladder.
He made the ladder. Yeah, can someone make a 50% iceberg? Right at the bottom, it's Thomas Ladder.
That's a high effort meme.
That'd be good.
We say that, but someone did add Basil Brush into this episode, actually.
Yeah.
For us after we asked for that.
No one gift us dancing, though.
Can you blame them?
Kinda.
Well, they didn't do it.
We're here for free.
That's true. Right. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50doctor, so you can hear us and other ramblings. And stay tuned on the socials for that lovely announcement that we got coming soon from the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm not gonna say what it is.
I've been Aidan.
I've been Conor.
Whoa, I thought you forgot your name for a second there.
Was that dead air?
That definitely was. There's been a few times this episode I think it's been like dead air.
It's just us going.
It's just go.
How many times back when we used to do Zoom it would just be anyway. So many times it would just be like yeah. Anyway,
guys, so seriously, re-editing these old classic episodes of our podcast that we're putting on YouTube for the first time.
People love them.
No, they don't. That's not what the views say.
This one guy can't seem to get enough of them.
Yeah, that's true. One faithful commenter.
Yeah, that's
but I like, whenever I listen to these old episodes, I'm just so like, hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Today we're going to be talking about Doctor Who.
You're American then?
Yeah, I turn into American, which is fine, but I'm not American. So I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this American accent.
It's actually not a bad accent.
This?
Yeah, what you just did.
My American accent?
Havana? Huh.
More like South Carolina. I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'm saying.
Anyone here from Arizona?
More like South Carolina.
It's time to hit the dirt road.
It's been Aidan's and Connor's podcast. They're doing Doctor Who reviews in the hot. Doing Doctor Who reviews. Woo!
When they play Perfect tonight, I'll put Aidan Green's favourite song.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because Aidan looks perfect and cut.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Cut.
I'm not going to cut it here yet. I'm going to keep it rolling.
Cut.
Just to...
This is on the cotton room floor, man.
It's not. It's still there. Loud and proud.
Do you know that saying comes from when they did the film reels?
Once again, a reference to like an episode that came out like a year ago of our podcast. And that no one's going to remember.
Really? I don't remember that. I was just saying that.
Do you not remember that you said that?
I do remember I said that, yeah.
But you just said you don't remember that you said that.
It was a year ago. Time flies when you're having fun in the sun.
Having fun in the sun, now that all of the work is done. Da 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 da.
This is just me asking you questions and you not answering and singing.
It's Fun in the Sun. It's a song from a Disney movie, but I can't remember. Is it High School Musical? We're gonna have fun in the sun. Now that all of the vacation, what time is it? Time of our lives. That's good. That's good. Scream and shout. What time is it? Time of our lives. Yeah.
I never watched them. Never ever.
Well, you clearly haven't lived.
T for Troy? No, T for let's end this fucking episode.